The Galactic Council's judgment had been swift and merciless. Humanity, violent, unpredictable, and far too ambitious, had been banished from the central systems of the galaxy, confined to the outer rim where their primitive tendencies could harm only themselves. The sentence, 5 centuries of isolation, enforced by an impenetrable energy barrier that encircled human space like a cosmic prison wall. 497 years had passed, 3 years short of freedom. Captain Amara Chen stood on the observation deck of the Persistence, her eyes fixed on the shimmering barrier that had contained humanity for nearly 5 centuries. The ancient warship hummed beneath her feet, systems awakening from decades of hibernation. It was the last remaining vessel from the Galactic War, preserved as a memorial rather than scrapped like the rest of Earth's once proud fleet. All systems operational, Captain, First Officer Kazuki reported from behind her. Though I still question the wisdom of this mission. Amara didn't turn. The Council never expected us to preserve our technology. They thought 500 years would reduce us to pre-space tribes, grateful for whatever scraps they'd offer when they finally let us out. And instead, we've built something they never imagined, Kazuki said, pride evident in his voice. Beyond the barrier lay mysteries no human had witnessed in centuries. What had the galaxy become in their absence? The data packets that occasionally penetrated the barrier spoke of political upheaval, resource wars, and a council increasingly divided. Perfect conditions for what Amara was about to attempt. Barrier analysis complete, the ship's AI announced. Pattern frequencies identified. Structural weakness detected at coordinates 42, 87, 13. Amara nodded. This is why they should have destroyed all our warships. They never understood what they were designed to do. The Persistence had been built for one purpose, to adapt and overcome. Its quantum processors could analyze any defense system and, given enough time, find a vulnerability. 5 centuries of barrier study by Earth scientists had provided more than enough data. Prepare the resonance cannon, Amara ordered. All personnel to secure stations. Warnings flashed across her neural implant. This was treason by United Earth standards, breaking the banishment before the sentence was complete. If they failed, she'd face execution. If they succeeded, well, that depended on what they found beyond. The ship's ancient weapons powered up, drawing energy from reserves, built specifically for this moment. Throughout the vessel, 300 crew members, the best Earth had to offer, prepared for either a new beginning or an inglorious end. Captain, Kazuki said quietly, we've received a final transmission from Earth Command. Amara sighed. Let me guess. They're ordering us to abort. Yes. General Williams says the consequences. The general is concerned with politics, Amara interrupted. I'm concerned with survival. The message Earth's leaders didn't want to acknowledge had been hidden in the data packets from beyond fragmentary transmissions, suggesting the Council was never planning to release humanity. Their banishment had always been permanent, the 5-century limit, merely a false hope to keep them compliant. Resonance cannon at full charge, the weapons officer reported. Target locked on structural weakness. Amara took a deep breath. Fire. The ancient weapon discharged, sending a precisely calibrated energy beam toward the barrier. Where it struck, reality itself seemed to wrinkle, fold, and then tear. The barrier, seemingly impenetrable for 5 centuries, split open like fabric under a knife. Alarms blared immediately. Multiple vessels detected on approach, the sensor officer called out. Configuration unknown. Defensive positions, Amara ordered calmly. But hold fire unless fired upon. The approaching ships were unlike anything in Earth's archives, sleek, asymmetrical vessels that seemed to bend light around them. But they weren't attacking. Instead, they formed a perimeter around the breach, maintaining distance. We're receiving a transmission, communications reported, surprise evident in her voice. It's in Standard Galactic Common. Put it through, Amara said. A holographic figure materialized on the bridge, a being with iridescent skin and 4 arms, wearing ornate armor. Its features were both alien and somehow familiar. Persistence of Earth, the being said in accented but clear common language. Your arrival was predicted, though not for another 3 years. Amara stood straighter. We grew tired of waiting. Who addresses us? I am Admiral Keyleth of the Free Systems Alliance. We've been waiting for humanity's return for a very long time. Murmurs spread across the bridge. This wasn't the hostile reception they'd prepared for. The Galactic Council? Amara asked cautiously. Admiral Keyleth's expression darkened. Dissolved 30 years ago, after their corruption and oppression became too much for the outer systems to bear. They feared humanity's return because your ancestors nearly defeated them despite being outnumbered. They knew what you might become given time to develop in isolation. Amara exchanged glances with Kazuki. This changed everything. Then who erected the barrier? She demanded. The last act of the Council before its fall. We've been working to dismantle it from our side, but its construction was designed specifically to resist our technology. Not yours, however. They never imagined you would preserve your warships. For the first time in centuries, humanity had leverage. Not as conquerors, but as potential allies to a galaxy in transition. We have much to discuss, Admiral, Amara said. And many questions. As do we, Keyleth replied. Your people have been gone for too long. The galaxy needs humanity's innovation, determination, and yes, even your capacity for warfare. There are threats beyond Council space that we cannot face alone. As the Persistence moved forward through the breach it had created, Amara felt the weight of history on her shoulders. One ancient warship had just changed humanity's destiny. Their banishment was over, but their greatest challenges were just beginning. Behind them, the barrier continued to disintegrate, opening a path for the united fleet of Earth that waited in formation, hidden from sensors until this very moment. Humanity's return would not be a trickle, but a flood, and the galaxy would never be the same.